Good morning, friends. I'm Ravindra Srinivasa from SRAA Media Bengaluru. I have with me one chief empowerment coach at WEE India, personal and professional transformer, personality and mindset development coach, Miss Taranjeet Kaur Chohan from Kolkata, West Bengal. I welcome you, Taranjeet Kaurji, for our knowledge sharing program.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me here. Good morning, everyone.
Taranjeet, I request you to brief about you to our audience.
Okay. So I am Taranjeet Kaur Chohan. As you mentioned, I'm from Kolkata and I'm the Chief Empowerment Coach for Vice Escapes Empowerment. I'm a personal and professional transformation coach, which means I help individuals on a personal level and the professional front to empower themselves, to believe in themselves, and to transform holistically, not only from inside but also outside. Being a certified soft skills trainer and image consultant, I help people to transform and become a better version of themselves.
Nice to know that, Taranjeet ji. Since
Yeah.
how long you are doing this?
My image consulting and soft skills training, it's about 1 year now that I've been doing. However, I have a background of close to a decade. I was in aviation. I was a lead cabin crew member for almost a decade.
Oh, you got versatile experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Friends, now Taranjeet ji is speaking on the challenges of women then and now on the occasion of International Women's Day being celebrated on 8th of March 2023. Yes, Taranjeet ji, continue.
Yes, sir. So there are quite a few challenges that we, being women, we still face. But let's talk about the challenges we would face before. The main challenge that we would face before was first is female foeticide, where the females were not even allowed to born. When they got to know about the gender of the child, they were not even allowed to born. So this is one of the major problem that we, being as women's and girl, we used to face. And then came child marriage. So even if the child is born now, the child was not, the child, as in the girl child, would not, the parents would not, or the society would not invest in the child because they thought the child is like, it's like a burden and she has to get married and she has to go. So this was the second main thing, that first is the female feticide, second is the child marriage, third, during the marriage, giving the dowry system was one of the biggest, you know, challenge that women and the family had to face. Because of the dowry system, I believe that is why people would not want to conceive a girl child. They would want to abort the girl child right then and there. So that is one, again, another challenge. The fourth thing is, even if the girl got married, the dowry has been paid. When she moves into the other house, she would not be treated equally. And this equality is not only after marriage, but also before marriage. When there is a brother and a child, and a girl child, the brother was always given an upper hand because they would invest in the brother thinking that he is the one who's going to earn. And what do we do with the girl child? She's going to get married. So why do we even invest on her? Also, there were things like, girl should not step out, girl should not do this, she should not go and play games. And there was such inequality in her house. And the second, after getting married, again inequality in her house, where she was expected to cook, to take care of the house, to do the house chores, to take care of the husband like he is a baby, and to take care of the in-laws. So this was the sole responsibility of the women after she got married. And because of this, a lot of mental trauma women would face back then. And there was a big competition in her home as well, because the same thing the mother-in-law had faced it, and now the daughter-in-law is facing, and now somewhere down the line they're competing psychologically, mentally, they're trying to compete with each other, and which at the end of the day leads to a lot of problem in the house itself, because of which they would also get mentally tortured. Now, talking about mentally, there's another thing where the record was really high. People, I mean, the women were domestically violated also. They were beaten up, physically violated. And now, because these women, they were never given the education, they were never taught to do anything or to stand up for themselves. And all their lives, they have, her mother has told her, don't talk too much, don't do this. You are born, you have to take care of the family. This is what we are born for. So now, what happens is here, she would not take a stand because she is not educated first, and she is not financially independent, because of which she would keep quiet, because she knew that she is too dependent on her husband and her husband's family, because of which she would take and accept when she was physically abused. So these are the few challenges, a lot of challenges that women back then faced, and there are women who are still facing this.
Yes,
Yeah.
in spite of our independence, we have already passed 75 years. Except city life, I think even today, whatever you have explained so far, right from aborting child when when it is known it is a female child, and getting even child marriage is also happening in lot of rural areas even today also.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
very bad situation. So to overcome this, there are only two best possibilities: are educating all women, all girls, and making them financially empowered.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, please continue.
Yes, sir. So the main problem that the women are facing again is mostly in the rural areas. They are still facing this. Why? Because you rightly mentioned there's still people are like, the women is not educated well, and they're not financially independent. But if you see, the ratio has changed now. So even the government is taking a lot of initiative. There are a lot of NGOs who are taking initiative. And due to media, people are getting more aware of it also. So somewhere they are taking a stand for themselves, but then there's a long way to go. This should not happen, what used to happen before. Now, talking about the city life, now that the women are working, there, somewhere down the line, there is still a lot of inequality which happens, right? In respect to sexual harassment in the offices, the comments that people pass, the favors that is expected out of the women. And talking about this is the paycheck, it's not equal. The same kind of education a girl has and the boy has, the same kind of experience if they both have, but still down the line the women are paid less than the men. And now, even if they are in a position, somewhere men are still not very open to take commands from women
Mm.
upfront. Due to the roles, they will take it, but somewhere, they have this hindrance that they don't want to take up the command, they don't want to give that kind of authority, the same kind of authority what they would give a man. So that inequality is also there. And also, when you're talking about girls who are working and are married, they are expected, even if they're going out and working, they're expected to do everything the same way. They have to do everything, the house chores, and they have to take care of the house. They have to do everything. Everything is dependent on them. So even somewhere there is an inequality which happens. People are still, a lot of changes have come. Even the families are changing. And the best part is a lot of partners, a lot of young generation is understanding this. They are accepting that, okay, we both are working individuals, and they divide the chores between themselves. But still, you know, there's a long way to go again. People are changing, but still there is a long way to go. So these are the kind of challenges women are still facing, even after you have provided their education, even after they are taking a stand for themselves, even after they are playing really well at their job roles, they're doing really great in their work life. But still, this is something which people like the women are still facing.
Yes, that is true. And on this occasion, as a transformational coach, both personal and professional, what is your suggestion to our women and girls? What they are supposed to take care of themselves in order to flourish in their life and in order to live a happy life?
So, in order to live a happy life, the very first thing a woman should understand and is that the happiness begins from here. If you're not happy within, no matter how much the people around you is trying to give you all the love in the world, is trying to do everything for you, if you are not happy within, you will not make the other people happy around you. So first, you need to start from here. As we say, charity begins at home. So here you are the home. So you have to transform from within,
Mm,
right? So for that, you need to work on yourself. If you feel there is a lack, because everybody, not everyone is perfect, right? We have to, life is you have to be a lifelong learner. So you need to keep learning. And now that we're talking about soft skills, it is very important, right? Not only at workplace, but also to change yourself and to transform yourself, right? So start working on that level. Start working on yourself first. Start working and believing in yourself. There are a lot of people who do not believe in themselves and their capabilities. The moment you start believing in yourself, there will be a confidence level. You will be able to take a stand. Now, taking a stand does not mean that you have to go out there and fight with the world, right? Taking a stand means you have to be assertive. You have to draw a boundary and you have to tell people if something is bothering you, or if you don't like something, you have to tell them that this is my boundary and please do not cross the line, and in a very good manner, to avoid conflict. There should not be any conflict, because imagine now, if you're doing everything to make yourself happy, however the people around you are not happy, then you're being a selfish woman, right? So this is a very main, it's a very thin line when it comes to balancing. So start investing in yourself and start believing in yourself. And once you start working on yourself, people around you will start working. And you have to change, right? You cannot expect the other person to change, but once you start changing, things will change around you. So this is one thing I would suggest women to, invest in themselves. Second is learning should never stop. Continue learning. Then third is start socializing with people. Start meeting more people. Get to see what is in the world. Get to see what kind of other women are there. And I'm so happy. I'm a part of one of the community where, all women have come together. They're helping each other grow. So now women are understanding that at the end of the day, we cannot fight with each other. We have to help each other grow. So this is one thing, that you start socializing, meet people who are like-minded, start hanging out with them, because it is said the more you hang with the kind of people you hang with, that's how your mindset becomes. On an average, 5 people. If you spend a lot of time with 5 people, your habits are going to be like that. Your thinking are going to be influenced. So make sure whatever time you're spending, who are you spending with? Is it worth it? Right? Because this is going to influence your thoughts, and your thoughts will influence your actions. So investing, and yeah, and then also take some time out for yourself, self-care, okay? And take care of yourself, like physically, mentally, spiritually, take care of yourself. And if there is something that you're facing, please ask for help. There are a lot of people out there. Government is coming up with cells and chambers where they can help you out. So do not worry. You have got back. All you have to do is ask for help. So never think, okay, it's very normal. Even if you're treated badly, you see if it's continuous, it's going on, you need to take a stand. If you're not being able to help yourself, ask people to help you. Contact with these people. And trust me, people are there to help. So these are the things, few things that I would like to mention.
Thank you very much, Taranjeet ji, for your beautiful and very helpful tips what you gave to our women fraternity. On the occasion of this International Women's Day, I wish all the women a very best days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So before we leave, I would just want to wish everybody a happy International Women's Day. And I would like to just, I've written a note I've read somewhere. So I would just would like to read it out.
Yes.
So thank you. So if you are a woman making your space in today's world, please remember, when you rise, so do other women. And please remember to hold the door open and take other women with you. Thank you.
Fine. Thank you.